And we're live. Welcome back, everyone. We got one tuning in right now, just starting. Michael Lamont. Everyone just thinks I'm mad. I'll onboard when I get my Nissan GTR. Cool. Just waiting for people to come in. Can't mute it. Entheosapien. Love the fisheye lens shot on the bookcase dresser. Thanks, man. Entheosapien, you're always here. You are a mod. There we go. Finally figured it out. Got to do it in another window. Yeah, I don't know. This is just the thing I bought. I don't know if you could even make it not a fisheye lens. If that makes sense. But you are a mod. All right, let's just get started. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry, not really dressed too appropriately compared to the rest of my shows. Pretty sick today, but what else is there to do but stream, right? Should I just sit in bed and stare at a wall, or stream? Although probably not going to be on my A game, so if you could cut me some slack. But anyway, let's just get started. We got 3 watching. Bitcoin is at 17,169, and nobody cares. I just want that. Rip the Band-Aid off or go up already. It's getting annoying. Hex, 2.8 cents. Still nothing happened. A lot happening in the crypto news, but nothing happening in terms of the price action. And it's always exciting when there's a lot of volatility, both to the upside and towards the downside. So nothing happening. I think, as the traders say, a big move is imminent. There will be a big move. Thank you. But until then, we are going to trade sideways. Anyways, broader market. FTT 17.3. Is the RAN plan going to be implemented? Are they going to monetize their debt and get away with it? Is Sam Bankman-Fried going to jail? I don't think so. I don't think he's going to jail. FTT. FTX might be able to do what Bitfinex did back in the day and give everyone a token that's equity and whatever, an IOU. We'll see. What is better, though? Should they just rip the Band-Aid off? Should they just rip the Band-Aid off? Ted Cash, you got to be a mod too. Let me make you a mod. You are a mod. Wait. There we go. Ted Cash, you are a mod. Sweet. Furu Finance. What's your favorite? Hex, Pulsechain, or PulseX? It really depends on the time frame. My thesis is that Pulsechain is outperforming everything in its first bull market. just because you already see the hype based on all these people that are creating tokens and putting Pulse on it. The amount of money they're able to really raise with sacrifices and the amount of hype they're able to stir on Twitter, I think is very indicative of Pulsechain being the hot new ecosystem. So I think Pulsechain, also another thing people don't talk about with Pulsechain, a lot of people like to say PulseX is better because the game theory is better, because it's a buy and burn. Game theory is important, but at the same time, people have to realize that there were maybe 30,000 sacrificers for Pulse chain, and I think there were 127,000 for PulseX. So it's just a way bigger pool of people that own PulseX that missed Pulsechain and all want to buy Pulsechain. So that should really tell you about like which one's going to pump this upcoming bull market. Also, another thing is that the people that got in on Pulsechain sacrifice, I think a higher concentration of them are already wealthy, so they're less likely to sell because basically they are like most of those people are really Hex OGs. Like they got in on Hex at a lot lower prices. I'd say a higher percentage than PulseX sacrifice. So first 2 years, I hate to say it because I missed the Pulsechain sacrifice, but I think Pulsechain is outperforming Hex and PulseX. I think PulseX will do very well though, in regard like compared to the broader market. I think Hex will do very well. I think in the long run, I like Hex the most. I think it like people talk about deflation is better. It's not really that simple. I think inflation, which incentivizes not selling, is better than deflation, because deflation, yes, I mean it is good, but those big run-ups are going to cause a lot of sell pressure. But who knows? I still stick with the 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. That's what Richard said, so that's what I say. But good question. What's Red Squirrel says? Oi 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 oi. Ozzy. Okay. Sorry about the casual dressing. I'm just a little bit sick, but happy to be here with you. Anyways, Hex Daily Stats. I love Hex Daily Stats. How did we do? Wow. 11 new holders. 44, but the day before we had a decrease of 44. So we are 2 days away from all-time highs. Still net increase of holders and stakers every single day. 9 more stakers. That's great news. That is great news. Moving on. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have Max Kaiser. I just thought it would be funny to give you guys to like just cover Max Kaiser's Twitter account, because first of all, I really like Max Kaiser. He's very funny and he calls everything a scam. He's a Bitcoin maxi. He's not open to anything. He's not open to Ethereum. He's not open to Cardano. He's not open to Pulsechain, and he's not open to Hex. And I think he even called Richard Hart a scammer. But the point is, he was in early on Bitcoin, and he has done very, very well with Bitcoin. So let's look at his tweets. He says, like, Max Kaiser, orange pills, Tucker Carlson, FTX, and scam Bankman fraud. Ooh, I'm sick and tired of hearing scam Bankman fraud. It's like, bro, the time to call out scam bankster fraud was it was 5 months ago. That was when Richard Hart was talking about FTX, get your money off. At this point, what does it even do? I mean, I guess it's important, but you're not getting people's money back by calling them that. It's already too late. You should have been telling people to get their money off before. Then he says, SHIT coiners being saved by Bitcoin in El Salvador. Beware orange washing. Washing coiners say they like our own Bitcoin just to deceive you. Just to deceive you enough to pull coin scam. We're family friendly here. Everything is a scam. Bitcoin is unconfiscatable. Whatever. He's a funny guy. Very charismatic. Point is, he was early, and now, Bitcoin is late at this point, but he's not open-minded to accepting Bitcoin, accepting anything but Bitcoin. So the question really is, will Max Kaiser the question is like, will not Max Kaiser, but will people in the Hex community, right now, Hex it is like Bitcoin was. I'm saying it is different than Bitcoin, but it is similar to what Bitcoin was back in the early days, in the sense that it was very fringe. Didn't have mainstream adoption. The people that were in on it were very smart, open-minded people that were really ahead of the curve. That's what Max Kaiser was back then. Eric Voorhees, Chase Myers, Richard Hart, all those people. But as time passed and Bitcoin became old, not to say that it's not going to continue going up. It's still better than most cryptos, but Bitcoiners are no longer ahead of the curve. So I'm saying in 10 years, are Hexagons also going to be like that? Are Hexagons going to be calling everything else a scam? Even good projects that are huge opportunities. I don't know. That's some food for thought. But interesting. Shout out to Max Kaiser. You could go follow Max Kaiser at Max Kaiser. Watch the Kaiser report. You could watch Richard Hart was a regular on the Kaiser report. So shout out to Max Kaiser. Okay, Ted Cash says eHex versus PHEX. Big question. I mean, over the next 2 years, from when Pulsechain launches, considering it seems like Pulsechain is going to get on a centralized exchange, so you could easily on ramp and just send it to your wallet and swap for and stake it without bridging. I believe PHEX is going to do well. The question really is Pulsechain versus Ethereum in the next 10 years. I think they're both very good projects. Right now, it seems like Pulsechain is going to be better. It's going to be faster. So, but who knows? I mean, it really comes down to Pulsechain and Ethereum, and nobody really knows which one's going to be the better chain in 10, 15 years. Also, the question is even though I believe PHEX is going to outperform in the beginning, it's what's the price going to be when it launches? Are you going to get a discount, or is it better, to just buy eHex and get the copy? That's the best play. There's no way of knowing. So I just continue buying eHex. And I believe Ethereum will lower the gas fees. I believe in eHex. I believe in PHEX. If I had to guess, I like Richard Hart, so I'm going to say PHEX. But the way to get it is to buy eHex. So I continue to DC into eHex, and I believe it will do well. Also, I'm staked in eHex. So there were a lot of people saying that, before Pulsechain launched, it's better to just not stake your Hex on Ethereum and just buy it liquid and get the PHEX and then bridge it in and swap your eHex for PHEX, and then you just only stake on Pulsechain. I don't know if that was the better play, because if you were staked between when that was said and now, you would have an additional, let's say 20-25% Hex on your eHex. You would have been earning that yield. So is the gap between PX and EX going to be 20%? Is it going to be less than 20? Who knows? So I don't know. I like both, but I'll say PX. King J Max Kaiser is an NWO implant, according to Alex Jones. I don't know, man. I don't know why people would say that. But who knows? Okay. No notification for this live? Oh no. Hit that bell, hit the subscribe button. We got 20 people watching. Sorry for, not wearing the button down of the suit. I'm just pretty sick today, so. King J, I hope not, but Hex will probably be nearing the top of its S-curve in 10 years. Yes, it returns diminish. So over time, I talked about this. So an investment, a crypto or a stock, after 10 years, the returns diminish. So it trades, mad gains for safety. So it becomes a safer investment, but also a slower appreciating investment. That's just the way it goes. So what I said is that what's nice is that there's something in Hex called the yield, right? So you could earn Hex on your Hex. So even though it's appreciating slower, you could get this trustless yield. You don't have that with Bitcoin. So I think it's, in my opinion, not financial. That's the better bet to withstand the test of time. So that's really that. Let's move on. By the way, if you're enjoying the show, please hit the like and subscribe. Please click the link in the description and sign up for the Furu Finance newsletter. You'll be kept with up-to-date, market updates covering various topics, which I do not cover. It's exclusive content. I do not cover it on the show. The next newsletter, I'm thinking of covering either Gareth Soloway, he's talking about a Great Depression happening, or meme coins. I actually have a pick for a meme coin for this upcoming bull market, and I'm not into putting a lot of money into memes because they're just so risky. And it's not Pulse Doge or Pulse Bitcoin, okay? So I do have a pick for that, and it may be in this or the next newsletter. So if you click the link in the description and just put your email in, it's end-to-end encrypted, private. Nobody sees it. And you can always unsubscribe. I didn't realize this. You can always click the unsubscribe button if you feel like you're getting spammed or you're not getting good value. But anyways, moving on. Oh, I like this. Let me make sure it's playing.
I used to own a hedge fund. I own a trading firm, stock trading.
We talk about trading. So this guy's asked what he does. Hopefully it comes in well.
I used to own a hedge fund. I own a trading firm, stock trading.
And how much do you make per year? Did you make this past year?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Oh shoot!
Down about $3.5 million.
You're down about $3.5 million. And how long have you been in the stock trading industry for, managing a hedge fund?
Oh, managing a hedge fund, 20 plus years. I've been in the industry before you were born. 1986, MBA from Morgan Stanley.
And why has this year been such a bad year for you with the current market conditions? What happened?
I make money when things go up and down, but unfortunately things went straight down. Positions, some of them are down 70, 80, 90%. It's very hard to hedge and make money when things go straight down.
And what's some advice you want to give to someone who wants to get into markets right now?
Poor guy.
Right now is not a bad time, but, be conservative. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
And what's one of the biggest lessons you've learned over the past 20 years as a hedge fund manager when you're buying and trading stocks or investing? What's the biggest lesson you've learned?
Don't spend all your money. Be conservative.
All right?
Because you never know when it changes. Like if it continues like this for me, I'll be homeless soon.
Yeah, shout out to this guy. Sorry. Shout out to this guy. I appreciate the honesty, and being so forthright about his business. And this is from Wall Street Memes. Go follow him on Twitter. But I did appreciate the honesty. And it just goes to show he runs a hedge fund. He's lost a ton of money. These hedge funds, again, they're late. They're not as smart as people think. They generally, I think it's 90% of them underperform the S&P 500, and they go short. And Richard talks about this. Going short is extremely, extremely risky. Just look at the broader macro of stocks and crypto performance. It's the general market. The general market is just up and to the right, and they play games, and they often get wrecked. And yeah, the market's been pretty brutal. Like they like to go long on those oversold points, but there hasn't even been a bounce in so long. So he's really wrecked. Pray for this guy. We hope he recovers. Seems like an honest guy, but not doing too well. Not doing too well. But yeah, that just goes to show the institutions are not smart. They're always late. They try and time the market. They do silly things, and all those things like that. I like that though. And then at KDP Crypto, follow her on Twitter. You can buy Hex directly from at Shangeli Team app on your phone right now. It is the easiest way to onboard new crypto users. This is cool because I was covering, what's his name? I was covering 0x Coast was talking about how it needs to be more seamless, because it's very tough getting people to buy ETH and then use decentralized exchanges and, all those things. So an on-ramp that you could just send, straight to your Metamask, which I'm hoping you're accessing through a crypto wallet. It's a more seamless process, and it's easier to onboard when, people could just buy it directly. So that's big news. I hope you're following KDP.pls at KDP Crypto. But that's that. We got 24 watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Moving on. What do we got? Hex 50x game gains predictions. Analytics in me. So this has got 11.6 thousand followers. Thanks for this article. Hex community is going viral. So saying Hex is going to do 50x gains. Again, I don't like this. We did a 10,000x. Second cycle is going to be 50x. I don't know. As we previously mentioned, the majority of coins on the market are going through price dips. Even though Bitcoin and Ethereum are showing signs of recovery, the world's economy and rising inflation are pushing investors towards investing in more affordable coins with huge potential. The coins that have huge potential for price explosion are, and then a bunch of them, and then number 6 is Hex. Hex has been present on the market since December 2019, founded by Richard Schuler, who is an author and entrepreneur. This project is designed to become a revolutionary certificate of deposit in the crypto world. Hex follows the proof of weight protocol, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I think it comes down to what Crypto Coffee said. I really like what he said, that during the bear market, all the predictions get lower. And then during the bull market, all the predictions get higher. And you see sentiment change as the market moves. So sentiment and predictions and all those things are all lagging indicators. They follow price. So Hex goes to 20 cents, and then everyone's calling for hundreds, if not thousands of X's for Hex. And, it's not the exception. I think this applies to like every single crypto. So just keep that in mind. I think Hex is going to do better personally, but that's my opinion. And none of that is financial advice. Yeah, what do we got here? Man, you got wrecked. Very true. Paper gains. True. Good morning, Furu. Good morning, off_pleb. It's afternoon for me. Is that 50x from the bottom? I don't know. I guess, what do you think? There's another 50% correction, and then we get 100x? Is X going to do another 50% correction? Is everyone going to get their 1 cent that they wanted? I don't know. Or 50x from 50. I hope that's what it is. Lower you go, more X's next cycle. Damn, I skip your question? I'm sorry, bro. Bottom of the bear and bottom sack price of 0.0001. What is your pulse prediction in the next bull market? All-time high. I don't know. I really don't like predictions. There's no way of knowing. So like, people that are giving you predictions are either stupid, naive, or lying because they know that's really what sells. It's really dependent on a lot of things. But I think Pulsechain is going to be the crypto of this upcoming bull market. So I think it's going to do very, very well. 10,000x in under 2 years. I don't know. That would be a little too easy if it just goes 10,000x. I think it's going to do less, but who knows? But yeah, sorry about that. 28 watching. If you're enjoying, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please send a super chat. I know it's a bear market, so if you can, it's fine too. Just appreciate you guys watching. You could sign up for the Furu Finance newsletter in the description below. Moving on, we got more KDP.PLS. This is an awesome stat. Excuse me. At Uniswap, how come Hex is the number 3 hottest token on your DEX right now, but on your front end, you hide us on page 2? You can't stop the winning team. #Hex. Yeah, very true. Go like and retweet that, please. What is with the gatekeeping, man? What is with the lack of gratitude? I think Hex really is what spiraled the the adoption of Uniswap, and there's gatekeeping there. Disgusting. That is disgusting. Crypto Keeper sends $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Crypto Keeper. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Furu. Here are some Hex dollars or coffee money. Thank you. And being that it is during a bear market, I think it means that much more. I'd say like it's equivalent to maybe $30, $40 during a bull market. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the support, everyone. Thank you. Ben, would you buy Pulse and PulseX on day one or wait for the big dip? I say DCA because you just don't know. It's pennies in front of freight trains. How do you think Pulse and PulseX are going to do over the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? You think it's going to go up and to the right? very often people wait for the dip and like it doesn't dip, you know, it never goes back, especially in crypto. So it very often does, and it also very often doesn't. So if it doesn't, you know, you could have, you know, 50% of the Pulse or PulseX that you would have had you just been buying when it launched. That's why I just say DCA. Spread it over a nice period of time. But if you believe in it, like timing the market is pennies in front of freight trains. You just got to pick the day to DCA. Okay. Would you buy Pulse and PulseX on day one or wait for the big? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Just cover that. Scooped up some 58-cent Icosa today. Black Friday sale still going strong. Cool. These ninjas can't hold us back. Hex for life. Agree. 100%. And thanks for watching. And welcome, King Jane. Moving on. What else do we got here? We got, Paul Barron.eth. I actually very often watch Paul Barron when he has, especially when he has Gareth Soloway on. It's a guilty pleasure. I'm very against trading. I'm very against timing the market. I'm very against price predictions. But you can't help but, you know, be sort of glued to the charisma of Gareth Soloway. He did call, like, when Bitcoin was at 67,000. He was saying it's going to go back to 20,000. So he's cool. I wouldn't buy his course. I wouldn't try and time the market. I think you're better off in Hex, Pulsechain, and PulseX, in my opinion, not financial advice. But they are smart people. And Paul Barron's got 148.3 thousand followers. He's got a big YouTube channel as well. How many subs does Paul Barron have on YouTube? He's a trader, which I don't like. But you know what? He's more into trading stocks, and people that trade stocks, it's a lot less volatile than, granted, he's got 354,000 subs on YouTube. Check that out. That's a big name. He's a big name. And people that trade stocks, you know, and like crypto, sometimes whatever, like they don't shill, you know, these leverage tradings as much, to my knowledge. I don't think, you know, and I remember Gareth Soloway was actually talking about how it's ridiculous to use, you know, 100x leverage, 10x leverage. He uses 2x leverage. Are you going to outperform the S&P 500? Probably not. But I could respect these people more than people that are telling you to use 10x leverage on cryptocurrency and are just trying to shill you the affiliate link in pretty much all their videos. It's not about trading. It's about making money on you trading. So I definitely could respect this person more. But he had a survey. Who would you want on our show at Paul Barron TV to talk FTX, FBI investigation, and Bitcoin crypto macro outlook for 2023? Richard Hart, Kevin O'Leary. We don't like Kevin O'Leary. Real Meat Kevin, and Patrick Bet David. And look at this. Richard Hart got 90%. So it looks like we are going to be seeing Richard Hart on the Paul Barron network. And I'm sure this is the first of many, because people that have Richard Hart on, they get a lot of engagement. They get a lot of super chats. They got a lot of viewerships. That's what's awesome about having a loyal following and a tight-knit community. So that is some good news. That is some good news. And 0x Coast. For those who really understand Hex, T-share rate has gone up a lot in 3 years. Wait until the 555 start coming out. Very true. It has gone up a lot. And he said, I think Pulsechain will bring Hex into the spotlight. I agree. Why not retweet that? Yeah, go follow 0x Coast. A bunch of good things. Love how much Hex we're getting per dollar right now. Me too. Could not agree more. But anyway, next up is our guy, Eric Wall. Do you guys like Eric Wall? I'll tell you, Eric Wall has been getting like a lot of he's been getting a lot of engagement. Oh, it's not Eric Wall. I'm sorry. Oh, HVID Hex. Go follow at HVID Hex. But HVID Hex said, in my opinion, Pulsechain could easily do it in 1 month. 1 million users. So it took Netflix 3.5 years, Airbnb 2.5 years, Facebook 10 months, Spotify 5 months. Is Pulsechain going to do it in 1 month? 1 million users in 1 month. There's 500,000 Hexagon wallets already. Let's say 150,000 or to 200,000 of them are unique. That's already 20%. It's possible. Listen, if Spotify did it in 5 months, it's a system state copy. Everyone's got free coins on the other side. I think there's no better way of adoption and things like that than to give people free stuff, and you're giving people copies of their ERC20s, which will have value. So, good chance. I'm not going to say either way, but definitely very possible. And then we got our guy, Charles Hoskinson. I've been very on top of the Charles Hoskinson story. Sorry, I like Charles Hoskinson. Charles Hoskinson, big news. He just got asked by either a Hexagon or one of the people in Cardano about doing something with Richard Hart on his stream, and he responded. Let's take a look. Whoops.
What would we debate about? The nature of Cardano? He's never really commented on it outside of shitting on it from time to time. I know next to nothing about Hex and Pulsechain. Half the space seems to think he's an arrogant piece of shit, a asshole scammer, and the other half they seem to deflab like a cultist. So, what are we just gonna commiserate over the fact that we got a lot of haters? Talk about watches. He seems to have a large collection. We can talk about Jaeger LeCoultre, the nice gyro tourbillon, Jaeger Drôle, the automatons that they have. Okay, sure. Honestly, what value is there in that conversation? What are we really going to talk about? I'm happy to have a debate to defend the industry. I did it with the FT. I did it with Congress. I do it all the time. I'm happy to have a debate to defend the fundamentals of Cardano and the things that I think are important. But just two personalities coming together that are radically different people, very, very different people, and having a conversation, unless there's something productive about the conversation, it doesn't make any point. There's nothing of value.
Nothing of value. Okay. So definitely, in my opinion, a step in the right direction, because he's saying he needs to add value. It has to be substantive. But that's better than saying he's not going to do it because he threw mud. So that's definitely a step in the right direction. So, hey, Richard Hart, it seems like IOHK is up for a conversation. If you can bring value to the conversation, it's on again. Hex Ada. So then I quote tweeted that, saying, a step in the right direction. I am regaining faith in at Charles Hoskinson being the philanthropist trying to change the world. We need to educate Charles on Pulsechain and work towards interoperability with Cardano. That's certainly some value, right? He talked about interoperability in his in blockchains working together in his interview with Corey Costa. So definitely, what better chain to work with than Pulsechain? Then he said, I said also politics and charity, etc. Teamwork makes the dream work. Hex Ada. If you like that tweet, it only got 7 likes. Give it a like and a retweet. Make sure Charles sees that tweet. But definitely some optimistic news and a step in the right direction. Hopefully we can make this happen. Richard Hart actually talked about this, saying, where is it? Guys, debates are stupid. Conversations are all that's needed. So there you go. Shows he's not trying to be hostile. He wants to have a conversation to move the ball forward in the right direction. So that's some good news. Definitely a step in the right direction. Shout out to Charles Hoskinson. Go follow him on Twitter at IOHK. Charles, what are you guys saying? I think in the top 4,000 of sacrificers in PLS, there were about 40K making PLS sacrificers. So I put in roughly 10K. It would be acceptable to believe I can make multi-millions. Yeah, I mean, crypto, these things happen. But that's awesome. Top 4,000 in PLS. Shout out to you. The next bear. What's your opinion about the outrage marketing? I say this all the time. I mean, you look at the metrics. There's increase in holders, stakers, coverage by media organizations and YouTubers. Price is down. Rest of the market's down. I don't think it's because of the outrage marketing. So I think it's hard to make an argument against the outrage marketing. I mean, I guess I understand where people are coming from. Seeing him walk out of Louis Vuitton with these big bags of clothing when people are down a lot. I guess like it's not the best thing, but ultimately it's working. I think it's working personally. There you go. I have no idea. What's up, Abit Hex? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you coming in and joining the stream. We got 34 watching. Sorry about the casual wear. Just not feeling too good today, but I had to make it. I'm trying to stream every day at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Please like the video and subscribe and sign up to the Furu Finance newsletter and follow me on Twitter. Outreach marketing works 100%. Crypto Keeper. Elon said he didn't like the way Richard dressed. I don't know how much I will take that at face value. That's not true. Kim.com made that up. He said afterwards that Elon didn't say anything. Kim.com threw Richard off the live stream, in my opinion, because I think he didn't want Richard to take over. He wanted it to be more about him and more about Mario. But yeah. But Elon is friends with Kanye, who's flashy as hell. I don't think they're friends anymore. Awesome, bro. Great stream. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. We got to have you on sometime. Really enjoy your content. Crypto Sparbook. Are you guys subscribed to Crypto Sparbook? They got some great stuff. Make sure you subscribe to Crypto Sparbook. And make sure you are following abit_hex on Twitter. Great content. Moving on. Eric Wall. Fun fact. Hex is down 94% since this video was made. People were told it was designed to overperform in a bear market. Oh, you got us there. So I don't have to play this video. It's just someone came up to David Portnoy and tried to onboard him to Hex, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he said it's going to do on a bear market. And Richard said it was designed to overperform in the bear market. I mean, based on when Bitcoin was down 50% and Hex was making all-time highs, I think that's definitely footing to have said it at the time. But also at that time, there was still a lot of easy money in the system. Interest rates were zero. So I guess that's why Hex is down. But I see opportunity. I think Hex is going to continue going up. It satisfies all the metrics. And I couldn't care less. It's good that it's down right now for me because I get to continue to DCA. And let's see what he's saying when the price is up again. I remember Wall was saying that, it's the dumbest thing I ever heard. And then when Hex was up, he was saying he has to face his investors and tell them why he missed out on the fastest appreciating asset. And now the price is down. So it seems like Eric Wall is always trailing price performance, and he's always behind the curve. But we thank him for his service. He has gotten over 100,000 followers on Twitter, and he's constantly covering Hex, which makes you think it's definitely a net positive. Should he be ignored? I don't know. I definitely don't engage with him on Twitter. He's a smart guy. He's a wrong guy, in my opinion. But he's definitely, I think, a net performance on Hex. I think when price goes up also, if price continues to appreciate over time, he's going to have a tough time facing his investors and fans. So that would be funny. And I really would look forward to that. But called the Hex top on the day. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. You missed out. You missed out on the greatest opportunity of this past bull market. Nothing really to brag about there. This was cool. Howtopulse.com. Have you guys checked out howtopulse.com? Howtopulse.com. Pulsechain news and education. Make sure you check out howtopulse.com. Pleasure. Thanks for tuning in. Always appreciate you tuning in. He needs to change his name to Eric Bridge. Funny. All right. But yeah, howtopulse.com. Pulsechain news and education. This is a great reference point for people that have not gotten in on do not know about Pulsechain. You can just send them straight here. You got Walrus. Do you qualify? Pulsechain versus Ethereum. Good stuff here. Look at this. Really goes in depth. don't have to read the whole thing to you guys. I'm sure if you're tuning in, you mostly know. But if you don't know about Pulsechain, you can go to howtopulse.com. What is Pulsechain? How to buy? No, this is great. This is excellent. And you got Hex. Talks about Hex, the T-shares, 4 levels of Hex. This is a great website. And you got PulseX, wallets, everything. Your one-stop shop for Hex, Pulsechain, and PulseX. Go to howtopulse.com. And we got 39 watching. So if you're enjoying the show, I'm a little sick today, but I came on anyway because, like Hex, you gotta do what you say you're gonna do. You got to. I said Sunday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern time, and here I am. So please like the video, subscribe to the video, and check out my TikTok. Right, wait, how many followers? I think I got some more. Got 40 watching. I only got 15 followers on TikTok. So at Furu Finance on TikTok, please, link in the description below. Follow me on TikTok. Got some great content, which is exclusive to TikTok. It's not on YouTube Shorts because YouTube Shorts, it's very annoying to upload. TikTok takes a second. YouTube Shorts takes minutes. So if you want some, perhaps it'll change your life. Perhaps some great information. Go to Furu Finance's TikTok, hit the follow button, and stay in touch. Anyways, CoinDesk. Nexo to depart after U.S. regulators' discussions hit dead end. So we don't have to read this whole article, but overall, is Nexo the next one down? Because it's very interesting that they're still offering 10% interest rates while the rest of the market, DeFi and all those things are offering like 1% on USDC. Nexo's offering 10. So interesting. Now they stop working within the US. Is Nexo going to make it? It is interesting to note, though, that Nexo was considered the platform, the lending platform and yield platform that was like the most shady. And Celsius is down, BlockFi is down, Nexo is still up. So that is some food for thought. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I definitely don't think Nexo is like that big of an institution to really lead to such a cascade in the way that, for example, like Binance would, or Coinbase, or Grayscale, or something like that. But who knows? Eric Wall clearly said when he looks deeper into Hex, he found the T-share system to be elegant. Yeah, it's just a matter of price performance. When the price is up, he finds it elegant. When the price is down, he trolls. He is a little bit of a engagement farmer, I guess, because I guess he's not that interesting. He's always behind. So I guess the best way to really get likes and, engagement is to talk about Hex. Sending healing energy your way. Thank you, bro. Really appreciate that, Ted Cash. And really appreciate you guys. Could not have missed it today. Let's go further with the information. If you're enjoying, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Bank of America says they expect a recession in 2023. Oh, wow. Where were you 12 months ago? That's the thing. Again, they're always late. The institutions are not. They're always late to the party. Is there going to be a recession in 2023? Very possible. But the market's already down like crazy. I think crypto's very oversold. Could it go lower? It could go lower. But if you believe it's going to go up over time, I think, waiting for dips, is pennies in front of freight trains, in my opinion. But yeah, all these institutions are always late. Great. Okay. Investors withdraw record levels of coins from industry exchanges. Check out Financial Times. Oh, great. Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, it doesn't mean anything to talk about this now. It doesn't mean anything. MMO Crypto is talking about how it's not your keys, not your coins, and those kinds of things. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean much to me if you're saying it now, because everybody's messed over now. Everybody is already down so much. And, if you're an FTX, your funds are gone for now. I mean, it could recover, whatever. But the point is that the time to tell people to get their the time to tell people to get off exchanges was 6 months ago, and that's when Richard Hart said it. So it's easy to say it now, just like it's easy to say Hex is a scam now. But Richard was ahead then, and I think he's ahead now with Hex. Finn Bear, thank you so much for tuning in. Finally made it live. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Machiavelli, awesome. All right, now we get to our featured article. We got 37 watching. So if you're enjoying, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the Furu newsletter, where you get, not inside information, but information that you are not going to get in these streams or on my TikTok, but exclusive to the email newsletter. So you could sign up in the description below. Might change your life. No expectations, though. So this is the featured article. This is interesting. So Binance is trying to calm investors, but its finances remain a mystery. Binance was supposed to be the most transparent exchange on the market, right? Binance, everyone was talking about Binance, like CZ. He called out Sam Bankman-Fried. He called out Coinbase. He's calling out everybody. CZ is like the he's the new Sam Bankman-Fried. He had a $1 billion fund to like buy out struggling crypto institutions, crypto companies, and stuff like that to save the industry. But now they're trying to calm investors. Imagine Binance or Coinbase goes down. That is prey. That is not 11K. That is prey, bro. That could be like 8K. Who knows? But yeah, here we go. We're going to read this one. Binance recently made a commitment to transparency, but it has a long way to go before it discloses enough meaningful information to give investors confidence in its future. Accounting and financial specialists say the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange is seeking to reassure customers about the safety of their holdings after the collapse of FTX. Binance's position means its success or failure will weigh heavily on the entire crypto market. It is important for us to show users that the coffers are not bare, like at FTX, said Binance Chief Strategy Officer Patrick Hillman. Over the past month, Binance has publicized details about its crypto wallet addresses, has hired an outside accounting firm to prepare a proof of reserve report covering a portion of its assets and liabilities, including a small set of financial data, and it has promised more information will be forthcoming. When we say proof of reserves, we are specifically referring to those assets that we hold in custody for users. Binance says on its website, this means that we are showing evidence and proof that Binance has funds that cover all of our users' assets one-to-one, as well as some reserves. Investors will be satisfied with the report, said Douglas Carmichael. So they're right now doing the report. Oh, this is a long thing, but skip down a little bit more. A few numbers in the report raise fresh questions about the ability of Binance to meet its financial obligations to customers. On the detailed page of Mazar's letter was a brief section called Report Details, which consisted of 3 numbers, each denominated in Bitcoin. One number was labeled Customer Liability Report Balance and showed a balance of 597,602 Bitcoins. Another labeled Asset Balance Report showed a balance of 582,486 Bitcoin. The upshot is that the total Bitcoin liabilities cited in Mazar's letters were 3% greater than the Bitcoin assets. So that doesn't sound like one-to-one, does it? They're included within the scope of the report of the reporting date, which was November 22nd. In other words, Binance did not meet its one-to-one ratio of reserves to customer assets. In U.S. terms, based on Bitcoin's price at the time, the liabilities have been about $9.68 billion, while the assets would have been $9.43 billion, about $245 million smaller, according to calculations by the Wall Street Journal. So apparently not one-to-one. Is that such a big gap? I don't know. It doesn't seem like that, but a lot of curveballs. I guess that's like really the way to look at it. Everyone thought that FTX was legit and maybe it would be KuCoin that goes down, or Kraken, other things like that. And then FTX, the golden boy was the one that ended up, doing the shady stuff and not being back one-to-one and becoming like known as the biggest scammer. So that was a curveball. Binance is supposed to be squeaky clean. Apparently there's some questions. Thing about Binance, unlike FTX, it's been around for 3 bull markets, I think, or 2 bull markets. So the longer it's been around, the more likely it is to stick around. So if I had to guess, And this is not, this is not encouraging people to leave their coins on any exchanges, because it's always a risk. But I don't know. I think it's more likely to be something like the digital currency group that goes under, because they're actually scrambling to fill the hole. Coinbase, Binance, not so much yet, but who knows? It's also important to note that it's based more on the only factor, not the only factor, is like being backed 1-to-1. I mean, you could still go under if you're not a profitable business and you can't raise enough money to keep your operations. You could still go under. So nothing's a given. Don't look for like proof of reserves as like a reassurance to keep your coins on centralized exchanges. But that's nothing new. It kind of bothers me even when people say, not your keys, not your coins, get it off centralized exchanges. Like, again, the time to say that was months ago. But again, just in case, ICMY, in case you missed it, yeah, get your coins off exchanges. But yeah, that's really that. And again, just want to reiterate, please, if we got 41 watching, if you're enjoying, hit the like and subscribe, and click the bell for notifications, and follow me on TikTok at Furu Finance. Only got 15 followers. That's pathetic. Yeah, we got Dennis. Dennis has a comment he asked me, so I figured why not cover it on the show. Great stream. I would love to hear your opinion on the RPC settings in Metamask. So this is referring to, I think, in Fura, taking people's data. That's like the main node people use for their Metamask is in Fura for Ethereum. So I'd like to hear this issue explained, as I'm not sure how secure Metamask transactions are. Since the news about Infura came out, I've added a new network and used the Anchor RPC URL. There have been issues with the Anchor protocol lately, so my question is, how can I use MetaMask as safely as possible? So it's not an issue of, MetaMask not being safe and secure. MetaMask is just a front end to the blockchain. So if your seed phrase is on a ledger or a Trezor, like on a hardware wallet, you should be fine, because you can't get hacked through your MetaMask, and that has to sign off on all your transactions. You have to sign off on the hardware wallet to send anything from your MetaMask, so to move any money. So it's not the issue of. It's not an issue about MetaMask transactions not being secure. It's an issue of privacy and like collecting your data. That's really the issue. And if you use Infura, then they are going to use your data and sell it to third parties. That's what MetaMask is going to do. But if you switch the RPC URL to one that doesn't do that, then you don't have to worry about that. So I did bring up, Richard Hart gave a tweet about, as a thought leader, I invent new ideas and terms, then popularize them. My newest just-in-time decentralization. You get the throughput, speed, and censorship resistance. For instance, when Infura goes down, just paste a different RPC address in MetaMask. So yeah, he has a list of Ethereum nodes that you could use for your MetaMask. I'm assuming they don't collect your data, because people were only talking about Infura. But I'm gonna post that in the comments. You could go check that out. Do your own research. I don't really dive deep into that, so definitely got to do your own research. But yeah, that's seems like. Oh, is there one more? Oh, last thing I wanted to cover was Simon Dixon. Even after illegally investing creditors' funds, Mashinsky wrecked his victims further by getting them to buy sell against FTX money printing so he could dump his sell on them. Continues to fight for sell whilst selling. How much sell do you think he paid them to it? Do you think he paid them to attack me? I don't know. I just wanted to say about that, I'm sick and tired of Simon Dixon. He was the one that got his Bank to the Future people into Celsius in the first place. And now that everyone's messed over, he's trying to portray himself as like the benevolent force. And I'm saying he's not a scammer, and he probably means well. But we have a solution to trustless yield. And then, like, he tried to get people into salt lending. That went under. Enough with the middlemen yield. Enough of these, enough chasing yield through middlemen. We have a trustless way to do it. The yield rate is higher. The token appreciates faster. It gets you to delay gratification. We don't need Simon Dixon to, give us the solution. Richard Hart has the solution. It's not cool to talk about Mashinsky and how he's a scammer anymore. I'm sick and tired of hearing Mashinsky and scam Bankman fraud and all those things. You're late. Everyone is messed over at this point. And hopefully you guys could get their money back or some of their money back. But moving on, it is time to use crypto how it was made for. That's really what it really comes down to, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Stop listening to Simon Dixon. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. He is someone that came from finance, traditional finance. Everything that he invests in and pushes is TradFi. The only thing is it's not as integral. It doesn't have as much integrity as traditional finance. I know he's invested in Bitfinex, which is a sister company to Tether, which everyone's saying is shady. Who knows? Enough with the Simon Suck Middleman Dixon and more of the Richard Hart, no middleman method is what I'd say. But that's it for the news. We're going to just, if you got any questions or you want to leave a super chat, I would greatly appreciate it. Sorry, I'm not wearing the suit. Just a little bit of a sick day. Wasn't feeling well, but no better way to spend a sick day than, streaming with you guys. Because what else would I do? I was thinking just sit in bed and stare at the wall. I don't think so. I think this is the best way to spend it. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. We got 40 watching. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Please follow me on TikTok at Furu Finance and sign up for the Furu newsletter in the description below. It is end-to-end encrypted, and you could always unsubscribe. That is something that I just realized. But we are going to be covering things in this newsletter that are not covered on the live stream. So anyways, let's just take a look at the chat and see what you guys are saying. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Patrick Waza, okay. K4K and Corey Costa did videos showing how to change over the RPC flashbots. Yeah, go check that out. K4K and Corey Costa are great. Also, flashbots also store the data. Okay. They sell the data? They sell the data? Sweet. Yeah, go check out the video with K4K. He's a really smart guy. So feel better, bro. I'm hearing Pulse will drop in March. Yeah, I hope so. I was hearing May, so I just continue to DC into Hex and things like that. But I appreciate that. And health up. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And I guess I'll just wait a second. If you guys have any other chats, just send it now, or super chats, or you could donate in the wallet in the description below. In any case, we got 39 watching, so please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Please follow me on Twitter at Furu Finance. Please click the bell notification for subscribing, and please follow me on TikTok. Only got 15 followers, man. But TikTok, if you guys are like Hex content creators, what I really like about TikTok, let me just put it up on the screen for you guys to see, because I want you guys to follow me on TikTok. But what I really like about TikTok is that even if you are a new account, you can get virality. You could get considerable viewers. So when I started on YouTube, when I posted videos, like most of them would get like maybe 15, 20 views, maybe some 30, 50. If I'd use the Pulsechain hashtag, maybe 100, 200. But it's very hard to get like serious, viewership in the beginning. With TikTok, you don't need a lot of followers in order to get engagement. And then those people could really be onboarded. Those people will end up following you. And the reason for that is because generally to watch a YouTube video, you're not scrolling through it. You're really looking for things that are in your niche. So like the algorithm is not just going to pop it up in front of you. You have to really be looking for it. So in order to really get good engagement, you either have to get lucky, like really lucky, or you have to be consistent, which I try to be. I'm putting up a lot of content, whatever. But with YouTube Shorts and TikTok, granted, it's not as informative as these long YouTube videos, as these live streams, and you can't connect with your audience as well. But it's a great way to start off because you see, I only have 15 followers, but I got 81 likes. And like these videos are getting 181 views, 226. This one's got 138. This one's got 189. This Tether one got 220. That was my first video posted, got 220 views. I mean, that is just like far exceeding the viewership. That is far exceeding the viewership that I would have gotten, that I've gotten when I started out on the YouTube channel. So YouTube is better. It's better quality. It's definitely better for connecting with your audience. It's definitely better for live streaming. But it's not better for virality. It's not better to reach demographics that otherwise wouldn't have seen your content. That's really the way to put it. So I would strongly recommend, not financial advice, not legal advice, but if you are a Hex content creator, consider going on TikTok. It's really, really good. Consider putting out YouTube shorts. I really don't like, I'm not so good at it. And, it's definitely, well, TikTok actually is pretty seamless. So I could upload in a second. YouTube shorts is a little more work to upload, but, consider getting a TikTok. I think a good presence on TikTok is excellent for onboarding, and you're getting young people, and that's really the future. You're getting the Zoomers. So hey, I'm young and hip like the whippersnappers, the young whippersnappers on TikTok. Doing those dances. No, I'm kidding. I'm a little bit of a boomer, but I think TikTok is awesome. Very good. It feels very good. You don't have to work so hard on a video only to get, 5-6 views, which is really what happens if you're a new content creator on YouTube. So you should definitely consider TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Great way to really onboard. And consider following at Furu Finance on TikTok, because I only got 15 followers, which sucks. But load up on those vitamins, bro. Yeah. I took some vitamin C. I took some fish oil. Omega-3s. That's what Matty Allen talks about. But thanks, Finbear. Health up. Thank you. Albert Wheeler. Damn, May or March. Well, hopefully whenever it's ready. Do you have any concerns about large bag holders in Hex who are doing short-term stakes and milking the system at the moment? No. I mean, them doing that is driving up the yield. It's driving up the yield on your long-term stakes. I'm saying their short-term, rollover stakes is driving the T-share rate up. So yeah, it might hit the market in the short term, but they're not getting nearly the yield that you're getting for staking longer and staking more. So it doesn't concern me. I think part of the problem is the price is down, so people don't want to stake long. But once people see the price appreciation, they start just throwing those 5s. But that's my opinion. I'm not concerned. SEC coming after PulseX. You're concerned? I don't know. Why are you concerned? There's nothing to hide. I'm saying in terms of integrity of the Hex community next to other communities, which are centralized companies and pay content creators to shill their product. I think Hex is definitely on good legal standing. But listen, my concern would be if I were taking money to shill my tokens, which I'm not. So that's really the concern the SEC has. Apparently, that's what I'm really worried about. But I don't know what there's to worry about. I don't think any founder has had more regard for the law than Richard Hart. Really, like, just think about like Celsius. They literally take your money and they give you more money, promising they're going to lend it out and earn yield on it. That's something to be worried about. The SEC coming after. Also, the community is strong. It's very hard to come after a strong community. Like, there's a lot of rich people who could afford good lawyers, and we support each other. I think we're in good shape. But yeah, I don't know. You definitely have the right to be concerned, Albert Sheeler. And thanks for tuning in. Sorry, can't OD TikTok. It's against my religion. Fair enough. But I don't really spend time on it, but I do post. I don't know about selling data, but even storing it seems sketchy. Okay, fair enough. My concern is people figure out that the SEC is a scam. Okay. I mean, is it a scam? I think they do a lot of good, but I think also, like, you have to understand, there is lobbying. There is, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, and there definitely is corruption, but hopefully not. I believe that most people in the SEC mean well. I have faith in the SEC, and hopefully they won't ruin our faith. But regardless, I believe Hex is going to make it. But I think it is important to lobby and and things like that. You know, Bitcoiners did that back in the day. I'm not going on TikTok ever. You get your stuff stolen by the Communist Party. There are plenty of cases like that. China uses foreign videos domestically to whip up propaganda. Okay. I mean, it is the number one like platform for Zoomers who are going to be, you know, the future of crypto. So I mean, you have to be a little bit pragmatic. But I could respect that. I could respect that, Finbear. But yeah, and I don't use it. I just post. So yeah, that's that. We got 37 watching. Just if you're enjoying, feel free to send a super chat. Click the like. Click the subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok, unless you're Finbear and you don't want to give up your data to the CCP. I could respect that. But at Furu Finance, and sign up to the Furu Finance newsletter. I'll take another second if you guys have any more super chats. But it's been a great stream, and sorry for the casual, you know, sweater. Just not feeling too well today. So woke up at like 3 a.m. with some aches and fever, but I'm on some Tylenol now, which is good. But I guess that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Reminder, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Follow me on Twitter at Furu Finance. Follow me on TikTok at Furu Finance. And go put your email in the description below in the email list to sign up for the Furu Finance newsletter for exclusive content, which you will not get on this channel. And I just appreciate it. It helps me stay in touch with you. That message didn't show up by Bear, probably for mentioning CCV. No need for the formal suit and tie. Thank you. All right, guys. We'll be back here tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Hope to see you then. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And until next time.